and rearranges those bits into bytes and those bytes into, yes, frames. Device B looks at the frame to determine, is this my MAC address? If it's my MAC address, then I will strip off the frame header and then look inside the packet, look inside to see what's inside the packet. Device B once again looks at the destination IP address to determine, is this my IP address? If it's my IP address, then I'll strip off the packet header and I'll now have a segment. Then device B looks at the segment header where there's a source port and destination port, looks at the destination port to determine the upper layer application to send it to. If the destination port, say for instance, says port number 23, then I'm going to send this up to my telnet application. Open up my telnet application. So this is going to be telnet data, at which point the user at the other end will then have user info, user information, something useful that can be utilized. So the process of de-encapsulation is, once again, bits into frames, frames to packets, packets to segment. Inside the segment header, we consider the destination port to determine what application to open up, and that becomes user information that can be useful on the receiving device. So this is networking in a nutshell. The process of encapsulation begins at the application layer as user information or user input. It's formatted into data at the presentation layer. It's then encapsulated at layer 4 as a segment, at layer 3 as a packet, at layer 2 as a frame. It's divided into bits and transmitted across the media at layer 1. It's then de-encapsulated by the receiving device as bits, then frames, then packets, then segment, and finally back up to the layer 6 and layer 7 where we have data and user information that can be useful. It's important to note that routers and switches, the networking devices that we'll be utilizing in this course, are not concerned with what the application data actually is. They're not concerned with whether it's a love letter, a love picture, a love movie, or a love song, whether it's a JPEG, ASCII, whether it's MPEG or MIDI. The reality is, to the receiving hardware device, it's just data. And so it's going to encapsulate that data in the same way, regardless of what type of application it came from or is going to. So at the lower layers, we're going to focus throughout most of this course on how to actually move those packets from one source device to a destination device.
Let's look at what happens when computer 1 sends a message to computer 2 over the network. Before sending the message, computer 1 breaks it into packets. Each packet travels through the layers of the protocol stack. At each layer, the protocols add control information to the header of the packet. This information enables features such as data encryption, error checking, and packet sequencing and reassembly. When the message arrives at the physical layer, it is converted into electronic bits and sent across the transmission media to computer 2. When computer 2 receives the packet travels up the protocol stack. At each level, the protocols remove the control information, make sure that the message came through without errors, decrypts the information, and reassembles the packets into the original message.